Today we're going to do shoulders first up. Right here we have a military shoulder press in the Smith machine. The reason we do it in here is just because it's really controlled. If you do a free weight, you put a lot of pressure on your back. This way you can keep your back nice and straight and really isolate your shoulders. So Matt's going to demonstrate. I think most important here is just to make sure that your back's pushed against the seat. A lot of people might arch their chest out and end up using your upper chest. This really isolates the front and major part of your shoulders. And as you can see, nice and controlled down, driving it up. And this really is the best sort of compound exercise for your shoulders.
Alright, we're on to our second move now on Shoulders Day. Really important muscle group for your shoulders. Another big basic exercise, we're going to do some dumbbell presses. We're going to do some dumbbell overhead presses. Things to look out for when you're doing this exercise. As Kurt said before, really important that you don't arch your back too much. You know, it becomes a bit of a chest exercise then. Really good just to keep your back pressed up firmly against the seat here, and to use a good full range of motion. And Kurt's going to get us started here. See, full range of motion, good depth when he brings it down, no half reps. He's pushing all the way up, doesn't touch the dumbbells together, doesn't lose any tension on the muscles, brings them together to get a good squeeze, but doesn't touch them together just to lose any tension on the muscles. Just keeping constant tension on the shoulders. Really good exercise, really good at building all three heads of the shoulders. Okay, we've done our compound movements for our shoulders. Now we're going to move on to some isolation exercises. We're going to start off with seated side lateral raises. Kurt's going to demonstrate for us, and I'm just going to explain things to look out for in terms of form. You can see there that he's using, again, a really good range of motion. You can see how he's actually twisting his hands at the top of the movement. Good imagery to use for that is to try and get your pinky above your thumb at the top of the movement. Just by doing something as simple as that, you're really going to engage this middle deltoid. And the middle deltoid is responsible for the width of your shoulders, basically. So if you want to get wide, you really want some rounded shoulders and an impressive physique. This is a key exercise. Other than that, he's making sure he brings it all the way down. He's controlling it when he brings it down. So he's using his shoulders even when he's bringing it down from the movement, because he's not just dropping it to his sides. He's controlling it.
Alright, so next up we're going to do some reverse cables. As you would have seen, our first few exercises would have focused more on the front and middle of our delts, and we'll just finish it off with some rear delts. So Matt's going to demonstrate for us. This exercise is a really hard exercise to get the hang of the technique, but once you get the hang of it, you'll really feel the back of your shoulders burning. So once again, pushing that chest down, a little bit an arch in your back, and making sure your arms are a little bit bent when you keep them still. You'll see the back of his delt sort of popping out as he comes down, and that's some pretty good technique right there. The whole idea of being down on the one knee, so that's a little bit more controlled. If you're doing it standing up, you might find it a bit wobbly, but that's a bit more stable just on the one knee. Do it now.
Alright, we've finished working our deltoids, finished working our shoulders. Now we're going to start working on our traps, and we're going to do that by doing some barbell shrugs. That's going to pack clean mass on top of our shoulders here with our traps there, and just frame the shoulders quite well there, and really adds to your physique big time. So Kurt's going to demonstrate for us. Things to look out when doing this exercise. It's a really good idea to start slow with this exercise, not to do too much weight too soon, but to really develop that base. But also, you can see he's really letting that weight pull his shoulders forward and really stretch his traps. but then he's getting his shoulders right up as close as he can to his ears, which is really engaging his traps. So he's really trying to move that weight with his traps. That's the key with any movement. Actually try and use the muscle that we're working.